Animated Star Wars is better than live-action Star Wars. 5 years ago, this statement would seem crazy. Right now, Star Wars is at its lowest point ever. The Ahsoka show is mid, and as time goes on, it seems worse. And the future does not seem bright already. The next show that's releasing, called The Acolyte, will most likely break canon. And we only have one trailer about it so far. The next 3 movies will be bad. The movie that's coming out first will be The Mandalorian and Grogu, made by Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau. Favreau has missed on his last 2 Star Wars projects. Also, as time goes on, it seems possible that Dave Filoni might not be the savior that we thought he could be. This movie will most likely be a letdown, and so will the other 2. The live-action shows also aren't great, as the only good show we got was the first season of The Mandalorian. The only good projects we've actually got under Disney are Clone Wars Season 7, Rebels, Tales of the Jedi, and The Bad Batch. All are animated. So what's different about the animated shows than the live-action junk? Well, some of it's hype. Fans have got extremely hyped up for the live-action projects. These high expectations are never met. It's not fans' fault that they get excited only to get let down every time. But when there's little expectations set, it's hard to get disappointed. The hype leading up to the final season of The Bad Batch has been non-existent. Nobody cares. People will watch it, but everyone knows that The Bad Batch is not going to be the greatest show ever. However, there's more to this. Another reason why animated Star Wars succeeds is because in animation you can go to any planet, anywhere, and have anything happen. When it comes to live action, the budget cripples the creativity. The volume is way overused in The Mandalorian show, and it makes the world feel small and bland. Again, to use The Bad Batch as an example, the show feels very immersive. There are so many unique planets in The Bad Batch that we visit. They all feel Star Warsy. With cool trees, animals, and environments, they all feel out of this world. And because these animated shows aren't crippled by their budget, there can be more episodes with more fun going on. In the 8th episode of The Bad Batch, the episode is about working with Fennec Shand to track down this really interesting bounty. Going to Coruscant was fun, and then going to the planet and exploring this new planet and tracking down this bounty was all amazing. While these episodes may seem filler, it makes the Star Wars universe feel bigger and more eventful. In live action, there's only like 6 or 8 episodes in a season. So when a couple episodes are filler, everyone gets rightfully mad, because the show is so limited and short, and these episodes just waste time. There's so many more reasons why the animated shows are better, but by far the biggest one is environments. In the Rebels show, we got introduced to so many different planets. Same with The Bad Batch. These planets seem huge and can go on forever. In live action, it never feels like this. Another thing is Dave Filoni has so much power right now at Lucasfilm. He oversees all the shows. He clearly has the heart to make Star Wars great, but I think it seems clear that his good projects are all animation, mostly because in animation he can use his imagination fully. In the Ahsoka show, there were so many problems, including pacing issues. Dave is struggling taking his ideas and making them happen in live action. The acting was also not great. He's struggling to get his actors to act the way that he sees in his head. I'm sure he has great ideas about this other galaxy that he had in the Ahsoka show. However, probably because of budgets, he couldn't make everything he saw in his head happen in the show. Also because of the number of episodes there is in live action, I'm sure he had so many great ideas that he couldn't actually put into the show. There's so many liabilities when it comes to live action. It's so much harder to make, and it's so much harder to make it feel like sci-fi, especially when you're given low budgets. Dave Filoni thrives in the animated shows. Most of the fandom is liking these animated shows. They look better and feel more out of this world. Something that just can't happen with live action. To do live action right is very hard. It all needs to be perfect. Animated things can be very different. Also, very importantly, animated shows are more fun. The creators can have more fun making these shows. There's less expectation and stress put on these creators. They have so much more episodes to make new planets, explore new characters, and make new, cool, things in Star Wars. These things just can't happen in live action. I think it's safe to say, as of now, that animated Star Wars is better, and it's succeeding way more than its live action partners.